Welcome back to the Cleats and Carpool podcast, folks. I'm your host, Coach Brian, assistant coach on my son's 12U travel baseball team right here in the wild weather world of Michigan. Today, we're changing it up a bit for this episode. I wanted to give a recap or an update on our last indoor tournament before the start of the season. Whether you're a parent handling snack runs and scorekeeping chaos, a coach herding their high energy kids, or a young player chasing that dream big league swing, buckle up. This one's for you. We're keeping it fun, lighthearted, full of real talk and insights with zero boring lectures. Just good vibes, a little sarcasm, and yes, a pun or two coming your way. Let's get into the episode. All right, so we just wrapped up our final indoor tournament this past weekend, which was a one-day grinder. And let me tell you, it was a fun and unexpected day because we live in the wild weather of a state, Michigan, where winter basically means good luck finding grass until April. During the off-season, we could only play indoors compared to those lucky warmer states who gets to swing outside year-round. It's not ideal, trust me, but it lets us shake off the rust and keeps the boys sharp instead of hibernating until spring. Indoor baseball at 12U, it's like playing in a giant bounce house meets a science experiment gone wrong. We're talking turf fields under a dome, no wind to blame for those pop flies, and echoes that make every hit sound like a home run, even if it's just a weak grounder. But hey, it's a great way to keep the momentum going before we finally hit the real dirt outdoors. Despite dropping the first game 4-2, yeah, a tough one where we left a few runners on base, fighting to get going and racing against a 65-minute time limit. The boys bounced back like champs. They finished the day 2-1 overall, showing real grit in the one-day format. That's what we love to see. Learn from the loss, shake it off, and come back swinging. Literally. In my eyes, I think our offense showed up big. One stat that really jumped out to me, which I don't think this category gets enough love, but 7 of our 10 hitters finished the day above 50% in QAB percentage. QAB percentage stands for quality at-bat percentage. For those who aren't familiar, QAB tracks how many at-bats results in something positive. Hits, walks, extra base hits, productive outs that advance runners, seeing a bunch of pitches to wear down the pitcher. You name it. Getting over 50% is solid at any level. And for 12U in a indoor tournament format, that's a huge sign our approach at the plate is clicking. The boys were seeing pitches, fouling off tough ones, and putting good swings on the ball instead of chasing junk. Parents, that's the kind of stat that makes coaches smile. And if there is any coaches out there not tracking your players' QAB percentage, then use this as your motivation to start doing so. It's not just about home runs. It's about consistent quality of bats that keeps innings alive and puts pressure on the other team. Speaking of swinging, one of our guys, I'm not naming names, but Parker managed to crush a missile of a foul ball straight up right above home plate, and bam, it nailed what I thought was a sprinkler head, but he hit it so hard he crushed a water pipe. Before you know it, the place is flooding like we're reenacting Noah's Ark on the infield. Water gushing everywhere, flooding the turf. The game ended abruptly. Coaches scrambling with, what do we do now? Which, by the way, thankfully, it was our last game, and we were up 6-0. But it was the classic youth baseball chaos that, honestly, you would expect.
Nice job, Parker. Hey, Zan, should we do our interview now and interview Parker? Parker, how do you feel about that?
Great.
Great. Oh, you even got the fire alarm going off. Good job, Parker. Good job, buddy. You're supposed.
Parents, if you're listening, this is why we pack extra socks, a change of clothes, and a healthy sense of humor in the gear bag. Players, A lesson learned here, that kind of power is awesome, but maybe, just maybe, save that ceiling shots for when you're in a real stadium with higher rafters. No risk, no glory, but also no accidental indoor rain delays. Now, if we're comparing indoor to outdoor play, there's huge differences, right? Indoors, everything is controlled. No sun in your eyes, no mud on the cleats, and the ball bounces true on that turf. It's perfect for building fundamentals without Mother Nature throwing curveballs or blizzards. But outdoors, that's the real test, especially up here in Michigan. Wind can turn a routine fly into an adventure. Uneven fields demand quicker adjustments. And yeah, actual weather means games can get called for rain. Or, in our case, accidental sprinkler showers. I pulled some wisdom from college and pro coaches because why not steal from the best? Am I right? Coach Mike Matheny, former MLB manager and youth coaching guru, emphasizes in his book, The Matheny Manifesto, which, by the way, I am a huge book reader and I highly recommend this book. He mentions that indoor sessions are gold for drilling mechanics without distractions. He suggests using controlled environment to focus on footwork and glove skills, which translates outdoors where variables start to kick in. On the pro side, guys like Aaron Boone with the Yankees talk about transitioning by ramping up outdoor reps early. Start with soft tosses, variable in conditions to mimic game chaos. One strategy for my fellow coaches for 12U kids and under, incorporate chaos drills. Indoors, like adding music or distractions to prep for outdoor unpredictability. Best practice, coaches always try to scout the venue. And parents, Google the facility beforehand so you're not surprised by low-hanging sprinklers or turf that grabs cleats like Velcro. Our boys were straight fire on aggression this tournament, going after every ball like it owed them money. And honestly, I could not love it more. At 12U, that fearlessness is huge for development. They weren't waiting for the ball to come to them. They were charging grounders, hustling and adjusting properly for the liners, and backing each other up like pros. Sure, it led to that epic sprinkler incident. Props to Parker for the piss missile. But hey, aggression pays off. From a coaching standpoint, encouraging this builds confidence. Studies from the American Journal of Sports Medicine show that aggressive fielding in youth reduces errors over time. Dusty Baker, with decades in MLB, preaches attack the ball in his coaching clinics. Teach kids to read hops early and commit. For players, we must continue to visualize the play before it happens. Parents, reinforce this at home with backyard drills. Of course, when the snow finally melts, but as always, keep it fun. And defense overall, solid as a rock and getting even better. We held teams to low runs with great communication and positioning. Pitching was doing its thing too. Our arms were locating well, mixing speeds and keeping hitters off balance. Even when we had runners on, our defense came through to get the outs with no complete meltdowns, which at this age is a win. College coaches like Vanderbilt's Tim Corbin stresses pitch to contact. For young arms, don't overthrow. Just focus on strikes and let the defense work. At the end of the day, we are going to give up hits as pitchers, but we have to trust our defense. But when it comes to the defense, you must have your pitchers back and hustle. But here's something I'm really proud of as a coach after our 3-game banger on Sunday. I've been pushing the idea for these boys to understand that everyone on the team should train like a middle infielder, even if it's not your primary position. Shortstops and second basemen have to be quick, agile, explosive, and ready to move in any direction on every play. That first quick step, lateral shuffle, low center of gravity, and fast hands. So, we've been incorporating those middle infield style drills into practice for everybody. Charging the ball aggressively, quick transfers, range work, and footwork patterns that mimic turning to or ranging side to side. And man, it's paying off big time. The defense is moving with a lot of agility now, and the whole group is starting to look more athletic. Quicker reactions, smoother movements, fewer stiff plays. Even our corner guys and outfielders are benefiting from that infield quickness training. And heck, we had a couple of moments where guys don't see a ton of time at third and second base, and they almost turned a double play. Smooth feeds, quick pivots, close calls at second. They weren't quite there yet, but the athleticism and instincts are showing up in spots you wouldn't expect. Or you would expect because we are training that way. It's all about building that overall athleticism, which pros and college coaches rave about. Better range, fewer errors, and just looking like ball players out there. And of course, data always backs it. Recent MLB analytics show teams with strong infield defense wins more games, even at lower levels. Best practices for coaches: rotate positions to build versatility. Players get bored at one spot anyway, especially at this young of an age, and training like middles keeps everyone sharp. Wrapping this up, this indoor finale was a perfect tune-up. Sprinkler drama, or pipe drama, a comeback day and all. We're pumped for the outdoor season. Real grass, real sun, and hopefully no more surprise showers. Mother Nature willing, Michigan. Key takeaway: embrace the chaos, stay aggressive, bounce back from setbacks, train like a middle infielder to build that athletic edge, and remember, baseball's about growth, not perfection, even when you're stuck indoors half the year. If you're a parent, chat with your kid about what they learned. Coaches, mix fun with fundamentals. Players, keep that fire but stay safe. And maybe aim a little lower next time indoors. Thanks for tuning in to Cleats and Carpool Podcast. Hit us up on our socials with your tournament horror stories. Bonus points for water-related ones or Michigan winter survival tales. And until next time, we will see you on the field. Take care.